Email has become the lifeblood of all organizations, whether they be public or private sector organizations. It's the place where all communication is handled. It's the place where all company information is handled.
The key challenges facing public sector customers today is all around regulatory requirements and the requirement to actually be able to produce records. ProofPoint has developed an email archive which actually addresses those key challenges so that customers can be assured that they have their data in a safe and secure environment which is accessible to them at a time when they need it.
In the current economic downturn, there are more challenges today for public sector organizations. They're faced with budgetary issues that constrain the IT spending environment. And what we see today in the email world is requirements continue to increase, not decrease. And so balancing the increase in requirements with the budgetary decreases is the primary challenge.
When organizations are thinking about how they protect themselves from threats through their email, they have to think about it in a multi-layered contexture. By that what I mean is an organization like ProofPoint will both protect the email that's coming in and the email that's going out with our email gateway solutions, ensuring that any email that the customer has is free from virus and from spam, and making sure that any email going out meets with the requirements of the organization. In addition to that, we layer on the email archive solution, which ensures that should they ever need to get that information back, then they have a easy repository to actually get that information back.
Data leakage is a primary concern of both public sector organizations as well as private organizations. It really deals with the idea that you've got private information about constituents. It could be health information, it could be financial information, ensuring that you're protecting that in a way that is secure and that it doesn't just leave the organization. It's also true of confidential information, intellectual property that may exist somewhere in the organization that you want to be able to protect it. Organizations now are proactively managing this idea of data leakage by putting policy around their content and ensuring that it doesn't just leak out over the corporate network.
Public sector should think about archiving their email because they are now being very heavily regulated. They need to be able to produce email and data that has been sent to them and that they are sending out in a very timely fashion.
ProofPoint is the leading email security, compliance, and e-discovery company today, and we provide solutions that help organizations protect their infrastructure from threats from the internet, things like spam, viruses, and other forms of malware. We help organizations control confidential information and intellectual property through our data loss prevention solutions. We also allow companies to encrypt information so they can deliver this confidential information securely to end users. And finally, we offer a broad suite of archiving and e-discovery capabilities that allows organizations to set retention policies, archive information, and then easily retrieve and search for that information if the need arises.
Public sector organisations should use a product like ProofPoint's because of the flexibility and scalability that we offer. The fact that we are a SaaS-based solution means that we are infinitely scalable. Our smallest customers can be anywhere from tens of users right the way through to tens of thousands of users. In addition to that, it's a highly secure system. We use our double-blind encryption to make sure that we secure all of the information, whether it's in transit or whether it's at rest, and we financially back our service level agreements.
The future of email security is very interesting. What we see every day is that new requirements continue to come up and new requirements continue to be put on email because of the role that it plays in the organization. Because of the sensitive communication that exists within email, organizations are now looking hard at additional requirements about how they can control and manage email, how that they ensure that policy is put around email, and how ultimately email can be the conduit of communication for organizations, but be done in a very secure way.